Welcome to Disability UK. I'm Joy, and today I'm using the Invictus Active Trainer for a cardio workout. All you'll need today is your wheelchair, your trainer, and a bottle of water. Let's get started. All right, I'm here on my active trainer. I've got my brakes locked and I have the safety strap connected to my chair. So everything's steady. We're not ready to roll yet. We're gonna start with a brief warm up. So let's just start with some shoulder rolls back. Wanting to warm up the body before we do this cardio workout. And then come forward. And try and feel yourself moving from the shoulder blades themselves. Excellent. Let's do some shoulder extension. So for this move, we're going to slide our hands from our knees to our pockets and back. Knees, pockets, and back. Warming up the shoulders, warming up the body. Just spending a couple of minutes here, getting ready to roll. In this workout, I'll introduce a system where you gauge your exertion through your rating of perceived exertion. One more. Next, we're gonna do some shoulder flexion, thumbs up, and we're just going to raise shoulders towards the sky, back down again. When you use your rating of perceived exertion, you don't need the Wahoo trainer or a speedometer or kind of any other tool to tell you how much energy that you're using. So it's a nice way to know how much energy you're using no matter where you're working. Okay, finally for our warm up, we're going to do some hip hinges. So trying to keep a nice straight back, bringing our weight forward and our weight back. Trying not to thrust the chest forward, but keeping a curve in that spine. Okay, one more time before we get started. Lovely. It's time to get started with the cardio portion of today's workout. Start by unlocking your brakes and then giving your wheels a little roll so that if you're using the speedometer, that it starts to turn on the settings and can count your kilometers per hour. All right, and then I'm gonna start the workout. So we're gonna start at a really easy pace here. So the exertion level should be easy. You could do this all day long, no problem. It's a leisurely stroll. So get a sense of what that feels like in your body. At this point, it really should feel very easy, minimal, no effort as you're going here. And we're gonna stay at this pace for 2 minutes. And for me, my easy RPE is around 2 kilometers per hour. That's gonna be different for everyone, and it will change as you train. But again, if you don't have your speedometer, you're just listening to the body. What is that 2 miles per hour for you today? 2 miles, 2 kilometers per hour for you today. Again, just warming up the body, really focusing on an even push, being particularly aware if you have weakness on one side. My left side is weaker than my right. So I'm trying to really focus on giving a nice even push. And I don't have music on in the background, so please feel free to blast any tunes that make you happy. We have about 10 seconds at this easy pace. Okay, and then we're gonna go up to light. Again, this feels pretty easy. You might feel a light effort. For me, this is around that 3 kilometers per hour mark. I'm watching my speed sensor here. Again, don't get too attached to it, especially if you have a chronic illness and your energy capacity varies from day to day. You might have to just listen to where your body is for that day and not rely on kind of past data of what your body could do yesterday. So here I am at around 3 kilometers per hour, a nice light push, trying to keep an even, steady pace. So this workout is designed to take you through all the levels of perceived exertion, so you can get a sense of what it feels like to be at each level. And then you can take that into all your other workouts here on the trainer. We have a little bit under a minute, still at this easy pace. I'm gonna call this a 2 out of 5. Sorry, I meant a light pace is our 2 out of 5. 30 more seconds here. So get a feel. What does light feel like for you? Acknowledging that this changes from day to day. 15 more seconds here. Keeping that chest pointed straight forward. None of that arching up. All right, here we go. We're going into moderate for 2 minutes. So this is a 3 out of 5, right in the middle. I'm at about 4 kilometers per hour for me. But again, it's just a step up from that light pushing. So you feel like you're doing work, but it's sustainable. Always making sure that your low back is supported by your backrest in your chair. We go up to that 4 kilometers per hour, feeling that moderate pace, making sure you're breathing. We want our trunk to be nice and stable as we push. So we're not letting our chest come forward and back. We're keeping it a nice, strong, stable support. Here comes Loki. He has something to say. Probably heard something out in the hallway. Hopefully you can't hear him growl or bark. Keep it up, that moderate intensity, that 3 out of 5. Keep it going, 30 more seconds at this pace. Elbows back, chest shining straight forward. None of this pushing the chest out. Soften the ribs back down into the body. Give those shoulders a nice stable base of support so they can work most efficiently. All right. We're gonna go back down to easy for 1 minute. Here we go. Back down to easy around that 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers per hour, nice and easy. Take a rest from that moderate. In about 45 seconds, we're gonna push into hard. That's a 4 out of 5 on our intensity scale. I usually get up to around 4.5 kilometers per hour on this. It's going to feel hard. And we'll do hard for a minute. Enjoy easy, because we're about to do 90 seconds of work. 60 seconds hard, 30 seconds of all out. So let's feel what that feels like. We got about 5 more seconds, so start pushing a little bit more, getting up into that hard range. Here we go, you should be at hard. So this should be difficult. Not so much talking now. We're here for a minute before we go into all out, which is everything you've got. And we're only at all out for 30 seconds. So hang out here at hard. Purse your lips, blow that air out. You're almost to all out. 20 more seconds at this hard pace. All right, in 10 seconds, we're gonna go all out for 30 seconds. When we go all out, you're gonna hinge forward at your hips, but not stick your chest out. Here we go, all out. So I'm hinging forward, chest isn't arching. Here I go, all out. 20 more seconds. Woo! Left is having a hard time keeping up. Go, go, go. All right, 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and easy, 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 easy. Whew. We're gonna go 90 seconds of easy. That got my heart rate up. Really focusing on keeping a nice strong trunk, a nice upright trunk. Avoiding having that chest stick out really far. That will cause problems in your low back, in your shoulders down the line. So really focusing on good form to keep good health. And for this last minute, let's do one arm at a time, coming backwards, nice and easy. So I'm just alternating left and right at a real nice, easy pace, letting my heart rate slow down. And in about 20 seconds, you'll have completed a 10-minute cardio program that took you through the full spectrum of exertion. I use rate of perceived exertion in all my workouts because it is much more reliable for me having a chronic illness than trying to force my body to meet a specific numeric target, whether that's speed or distance, when I know that my body can't do the same thing every day. All right, I took us 20 seconds over, so go ahead and stop and relax. And let's do some shoulder circles forward. Letting the heart rate slow down. Letting your backrest support you. Shoulder circles forward again. Shoulder circles back. And then for a chest stretch, clasping hands behind the back. And instead of thinking of thrusting your chest forward, just think of pulling your shoulder blades together. Stretching across the front of the body. Releasing that. Tricep stretch. You can always do a tricep stretch across the body or behind the body. Again, when I do the behind the body, I tend to thrust my chest forward forward. So you wanna lower your chest, lower your ribs back so that you're getting more of a stretch through the tricep itself and not compensating through the upper body. And then just switching sides, other arm either comes across or behind. All right, shake that out. So there you have it, a cardio workout lasting about 10 minutes, taking you through the full range of exertion. 2 minutes warm up, 2 minutes cool down, gives you about a 15-minute workout on your Invictus Active Trainer. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.